All right, so I seen the Jake Paul fight, Chavez Jr. fight, and it's pretty easy to say that the fight was basically it was rigged. Jake Paul, you can sue me. I don't give a fuck. We're just saying the obvious because first of all, most of all of Jake Paul's fights are like pretty rigged. The only real fight that that man had to me was the Tommy Fury fight. Nate Robinson don't count. Old man Mike Tyson don't count. Anderson Silva don't count. Ben Askren don't count. And Tyron Willie, matter of fact, no, that don't count because he wasn't no boxer either, bro. That was a UFC man. You see what I'm saying? When you're fighting UFC dudes, you basically nerfing half their abilities. But the Chavez Jr. fight, tell me why Chavez Jr. for most of the fight he was just coming at him like this. He was treating it like a sparring match. He wasn't even treating it like a real fight. For the first half, this man was not throwing no motherfucking punches. He was just literally just walking and just kind of just doing this shit. Like I said, he was just. And then, like, basically, when he needs a knockout to win, that's where Chavez starts to finally start to throw. Then when he started to throw, damn near every punch that Chavez threw landed. And it was landing clean. It wasn't like grazes. He was actually hitting, bro. And then he'll, have that momentum. I'm like, oh shit. And then bro would just stop. They would clinch. And then bro would just stop throwing punches. He would just go back to staring at him. And I was like, yeah. I already knew that the shit was rigged. That it was a fake fight. It was a circus fight. But like that was like, there's no denying it. I never seen a fighter from any fighting, from boxing, MMA, anything, where they smell blood in the water and they just stop. Most fighters they smell blood in the water and they will keep going and going until till the ref steps in or they put them down. You see what I'm saying? Chavez was smelling blood in the water. He started to throw his punches, started to land clean to the head and body, and he just stopped. He just stopped what he was doing, and I was like, yeah. But from a business decision, though, it makes sense for Jake Paul, I guess, to win these rigged fights because they're hyping him up. They making it, one of these days I'm gonna be a champion and this and that. He actually has like I guess, a story. And if Chavez won, it would just be, oh, Chavez won, and then the hype train would die out for. I feel like the hype train for Jake Paul is already dead. I'm pretty. Everyone knows this shit is rigged. Again, he could sue everybody. I don't care. We just stay in the facts. This shit is rigged. Like that's not a real fight. None of his fights were real. But like I said, besides the Tommy Fury fight, and Tommy Fury won, and Tommy Fury beat KSI, and we never heard about Tommy Fury ever again. I haven't even seen that dude. But Jake Paul, the zone is still trying to push him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the hype train then died like years ago. Like no one gives a fuck for that shit no more. Like I stole the stream. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a snitch on myself. I didn't buy that shit. The fuck wrong with him? I never bought none of those fights. I always pulled up, stole a stream, and just watched the shit. But even let's talk about Jake Paul's performance. I ain't gonna lie, bro. How you look bad in a rigged fight? Like you looked really, really bad. Like he looked bad. This motherfucker didn't even look good. Some of the punches he was throwing, I was like, man, if this was a real fight, he would have got put to sleep. This motherfucker threw an uppercut from way downtown. I'm talking about like jab straight range. This motherfucker threw a damn uppercut from this, like it was like it didn't even make sense. Even the commentators was like, I usually you don't see boxers throw punches like that. I'm like, gee, I wonder why. You doing the motherfucker. The only time I seen an uppercut like that from way downtown was like real still. The noisy boy uppercut that he does, that's the only uppercut I've ever seen was off of real steel, not real boxing. Because you do this, look how exposed you are. It can be a slip and all of this, even your body is all open, bro. You're just it's an easy counter hit, and that's a quick way to get put to bed. Do some dumb shit. You don't throw an uppercut from the outside. That you're just asking to get put to bed at that point. No one throws an uppercut from the outside, bro. So it's really good that for Jake Paul's sake that these fights are fake and rigged. It's good for his sake, because if it was real, it would be bad. It would be all bad. But yeah, like he didn't even look good in the fights, man. And then we already know what Jake Paul is kind of capable of. You know, it's just basically the right hand. That's about it. His conditioning looked horrible. I don't know how the fuck you gonna become a champion and your condition is that fucking bad. And then Chavez, that's fighting at literally fucking 5%. Then he turned it on. He went from fighting at like 5%. He turned it on to like 15. And look how easy he was getting to him. He got to Jake Paul like anytime he wanted to. But the zone, like on some real shit, like at first, you know what I'm saying, the Jake Paul shit was funny, but now that this shit ain't funny no more, bro. This shit, we just gotta put a stop to it, or actually give him real opponents. And I don't give a fuck if they like bums or not. Like they do that with prospects. They feed these prospects like horrible fighters to make them look good, to build their resume. You might as well start doing that with Jake Paul, since y'all want to keep pushing this nigga. I want to keep pushing him and making it seem like he's just a legit boxer. It's like, no, he's not. That dude is not even like, I mean, I guess you could say compared to an average Joe, like, yeah, he's good, but like to like real boxers, this dude is horrible. Bad. Like I said, he did not look good in that fight. He looked bad. The only people that thought he looked good was just Jake Paul, him and his family, and maybe some motherfuckers that are brainwashed. But the public, we look at that and be like, yeah, this nigga, no. Again, Chavez Jr. wasn't even trying, bro. Like, because if come on, I never seen a fighter smell blood and then they just stop. But I'm gonna keep this video nice and short, though. I don't want to keep talking about this shit for too long. Basically, to sum this video up, Jake Paul is not good. Stop with the circus shit. I think everyone knows the shit is fake. This shit is faker than fucking Gordon Thunder ones. They're faker than fake Jordans at that point. But basically, yeah. So that's all I'm gonna have to say for today's video. So see ya.